Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, hi and welcome and thank you for joining us. Today is Merry Makes. So what we do throughout the year, if you're new here, is on Mondays we do Merry Makes, and it helps us keep ahead with our ephemera and Christmas makes throughout the year. So what we do is we make tags, journal cards, pockets, covers, whatever, to help us stay ahead of our Christmas crafty time. So today I think I'm going to do a little bit more on these pink fussy cuts, try to make some tags out of them. I found some backers for my last two nutcrackers that I had, and I have not printed any more stuff out for that. And the nutcrackers I got from Ginger Journals. She also has a Santa Claus that's really pretty. All of this pink fussy cuts came from Fun Ink Art Coloring right here on Etsy. So, and then the background stuff is just scrapbook paper. So we are going to see if we can't get these situated. Normally, if I get into, doing a big build or what have you, it'll be about an hour, but most of the time, throughout the year, I try to keep these around 30 minutes or so. And I just get out a few things, just a few things to help us keep ahead. Because, at Christmas, we're busy doing all kinds of things. And so the Merry Makes are to help us stay ahead with our Christmas crafts. And like I said, most of the time, we make ephemera. We will do a cover from time to time. Just things to try to keep us caught up on our Christmas stuff. I started to say our Christmassy stuff. Now, I'm just going to cut this down. Whereabouts do I want you? I want you right there. I don't think I want to put a label or nothing on you. I'm going to cut it off right here at the top. And then any little scrappy bits that I have, we'll just put it in our scrap pile. And let's go ahead and see how big we need you, mister. I think I'm going to turn you around, put you this way. Because that edge right there where he covers up all this, you can't really see that he's on a holly. So, then I may be able to save some of this and make another smaller tag. So I just want them on here. I don't want to put a label on either one of them. That may be a smaller tag. We'll save it. Just put it back in our scraps. And I'll probably have to cut these here, but that's fine too. So, but yeah, we just, now I'm going to leave the white trim around that. It makes them stand out a little bit more, but I am going to ink it up around it. But I like the white trim. And on these Ginger Journals, her fussy cuts, she does have a trim around them. And you can use them in your Brother Scanning Cut and your Cricut. Now you can see, like this one I left the trim around, and this one I cut it right up to it. So that's just personal preference, however you want to do it. It's up to you. Now on these I did, because I knew I had some darker backgrounds, so I left the white trim on so it would stand out. Some of them I did up close and personal on, just because I knew I would have some leftover bits that they would go against pretty good. And I'm just making these big old tags. And I think that will work just fine and dandy. I don't even know how wide these are, to be honest. I think there we go. Yeah, there we go. They are 3 1/4 wide. That one is. This one, I think, is a little bit under 3 inches. Yep. It is 2 7/8. That one is. But yeah, so we're just gonna, you know, do our Merry Makes and have us a good old time. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's made it through the storm situation. It is just something awful with the tornadoes and such going around. It's just a mess. Keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. Check on you folks that live in the areas. Keep an eye on everybody. And if you have a chance to help out, donate. If you feel so led to do so, do that. I don't know of a good place. I know most of the time the Red Cross is a really good place to donate, that you'll know for sure that the money gets to them. But here as of late, I really don't know about that either. I don't know. I know our nation is in need of help all the way across it from the storms. So I'm trying to come up with an idea of so like once a week, just do ephemera, which, you know, I'll have to do ephemera alone anyways when I'm working on projects and such. But I think it's just in the mood to do, you know, whatever hits me, kind of. If I feel like working on ephemera, I'm going to work on ephemera. If I feel like putting a journal together, I'll put a journal together. So, right now I've been in, I need to make ephemera mood because I don't have any ephemera made up. And I'm hoping to get a day off Wednesday so I can do a bunch of fussy cutting on some stuff. And I still got to do a bunch of printing. And I do need, I've got several kits from My Porch Prints of Christmas stuff that is, you know, really kind of kit, just for that kit. So it wouldn't be for, you know, like if it's just blue or green, which you can use that, but most of their stuff, you know, they have, it's just for that particular kit. I do have a lot of their Christmas kits that are like the browns and the greens and that, you know, the countryer kind of tones, the countryer Christmas kind of tone type stuff. So I need to get some of those fussy cut, get those kits put in a pack just so we can get to working on them. Because I do know I want to do those, because those I've had printed off for a couple of years. And I think that's what we're going to do. So now if I do this at 3 inches, are you going to fit on there? Or am I going to have to cut it wider than 3 inches? Oh yeah, you'll fit on there 3 inches. You sure will, won't you, buddy? Good, then I ain't going to waste as much as I thought. So I'm going to put these, and that's so pretty with that teal behind it. So I was looking through this paper pad is from, it was from Michael's last year. Let me see, what was it? Holiday Romance is where all of these papers came out of, a little 6x6 pad. Because, you know, at the end of the year, they put them all on sale. So I went online and bought what I could of the 6x6 papers, because I knew I had Pink Christmas and Everyday Christmas and Blue Christmas and, you know, all of that stuff. So I was like, those would be perfect, the little 6x6 to just cut in half, you know, make tags and pockets with, to go with my kits. So that's what I'm doing. I've got several pink Christmas kits that I didn't even get to last year. Now this has, you know, stuff on the back, and we will put a backer on it. We will do that. Of course, my backer stuff is all the way in the bottom here. So let me back it first. And I don't even know if I need to back the whole thing and just do like a strip down the middle of it, just so you can write on it. It's pretty much what I'm about to do. I'm going to cut it just under 3 inches. And, whoopsie, and just under 6 inches. And I have, and I'll just go ahead and do the corner bits on it, so it kind of, you know, matches what I've already done here, and do the rounding bits on the bottom of it. It's going to be a little bit inset on it, and that's fine. We may not get through that whole pile. I just want to craft a little bit. Now you can do this with, this is 32-pound paper, so you can do that pretty much with your wet glue or your stick glue. I'm going to do it with the wet glue just because it's a little bit speedier. And I did it where it's going to be at an inset, or it's going to have like a little border around it, and I think that's going to be cute. And you got your little writing spot on the back with the little inset around it, the little border. I think that's cute. Okay, so now let's put Mr. Deer on there, because some of my pink Christmas that I has reindeer, Santa Clauses, pretty little ladies, little baby girls and stuff. You know, just cutesy pink Christmas stuff. So I'm going to put him kind of towards the top. I'm going to leave room, so if I want to put a slot notch there, I can, and run a ribbon through it, which I probably will, because, you know, pink's going to be flu-flued. And then, either way, I can put a good topper on it, where if I want to tie a bow on it, or if I want to put just a slot punch, where, you know, it's just a straight ribbon punch, basically, is what it is. And I'm going to put a label down here. A label of some sort. Alrighty, let's see here. Stockings, hot cocoa. All I had, look, reindeer's right up in there. Of course it is, right in the middle. It can never be right at the end where I want it to be. Okay. I think I'm going to take some of these that I've got cut apart and put them in a little baggie just by themselves, so they don't get lost in my other ephemera pack. Well, I'll do that when I get done. Maybe they won't get lost here on my desk until I get done. Now, when we go to put these in a journal, you know, that's when we'll bling them up, do the lacy bits and this and that. Right now, we're just decorating. Whoopsie. that. That is cute. I'm just running over the back of it to make sure you can easily write on it, because that's a little, that's on 110 pound cardstock. It's a little puffy. But yeah, that's cute. And I love it on that green. So then we can put a slot punch there and put us a big pretty bow on it. That would be cute. I think that kind of blends in a little bit too much on that. It's really busy to the eye. That's kind of blurring me. And that's too big for that. So let's see what else we can do here. That swag would be really pretty on there, and I'm fine with it sticking over the side. And I think that would be prettier on that. Okie dokie. Let's put it on her. So I was just picking out papers and stuff that I thought would be pretty, and the fussy cut pieces would stand out from and not blend into the background as much. So I think we can put that on there, and we'll need to back this as well. Not a problem. Get her little backer piece here. So again, I'm going to do just under 3 inches. And just under 6 inches. So we'll have our little border all the way around it again. And I'm going to go ahead and round it and do the corner chops on it. Do the corner chops on this one and round it as well. Okay, yep, that would be fine like that right there. It's not going to have as much of a border. That's fine. I'm fine with that, but I like the top bits. It'll work. You can write on it. So I think what I'm going to try to do is get to where the only thing I print on is 32 pound paper. But sometimes, you know, when you do tags and stuff like that, and they're, you know, you don't have to fussy cut them out and back them and all this and that. I like doing tags and pockets that comes in kits. I like printing those on 65 pound cardstock, because then I can run it through and just do a coffee dye or a tea stain dye print on the back of it, and just fussy cut it out, and it's ready to go. Put my toppers on it, you know, whatever, and it's ready. So I think I'm going to do that right there. Let's see, where were some of those bits that was already cut apart? Sleigh ride, stockings, hot chocolate, away in a manger. I think I'll do that, but split them apart. Now these labels here, I'm kind of not sure where they came from. So I am sorry about that. The little small pink labels here, I do not know what kit they came in. They were some that was left over from a kit that I had used. And I think it was just like a fussy cut kit. And I can't remember where they came from. So the usual suspects for that would probably be I think I did do that one kit that was Lynn Art Studio on Etsy. I think I did do one of hers that was kind of like a pink and green classic Christmas. Don't quote me on that. I am not sure about it. So I'm just going to say I don't know where these came from. Let's just leave it at that, because I don't want to steer you wrong and then get fussed at. Like, I went over there looking and I couldn't find it. I'm sorry, but I did not keep where I got those from. So then we can, you know, still put us a good topper on it. I'm just going to put this on here, catty corner down here at the bottom, away in the manger. Like that. Okay, so that one's done. Alrighty. So I had to work this evening, and oh my goodness, y'all, our card reader system was down. Don't know why, don't know what happened, but exactly 3:08 p.m. this afternoon, my card reader went down. Could not run credit, debit cards inside or outside. Ooh, we'll have to back that too. We'll see. How busy is that going to be on the front? It might be a little, I don't know. I like that right there. Then you got the topper bits. So let's do that way. And then that would be cute like that too, but I don't know. I really wanted to use the back side of it, and I think cutting that at 3 inches is not going to be enough for that. So anyways, yeah, at work was hectic. Yeah, see, that's going to be too short. And that's going to be too short. So let's take it and make it a good size journal card. And we'll put us a good little label on it. So I'm going to cut this at 3.5. And then we'll still have this bit we can use as a tag bit. And then we can use this piece, cut it in a tag shape, and you can write on the back. And then that'll just be a tag itself. But anyhows, yeah, so work was very, very hectic. Let's see, how long are you? You're not very long at all, are you? Five and a quarter. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's do 3.5. We don't need the whole thing covered. We just need it so we can put it on there to write on the back of it. So I don't know what happened. Everything was going along just fine and dandy till I got to work. You know, then when I get there, you know, all heck breaks loose. So I was on hold for from 3:15 to 6:40 on hold for our site IT assistant. So then when I get on there, the guy tries to tell me I need to call my card support company. And I was like, well, they told me to call you, so I didn't call them. So you're not going to hang up on me this time. You're going to put me with someone that's going to tell me how to fix this, or at least attempt to try to help me fix it. So then he proceeds to get his boss. I'm going to do the purple and leave the trees on the bottom there. I think that'll be pretty. Or let's just cover the whole top bit up. Leave the pink and the trees. Let's do that. So then, you know, an hour and 10 minutes on the phone after I was on hold for 3 hours and 40 minutes. Well, you know, 3.5 hours basically. So I spent an hour and 10 minutes on the phone with him. The store had to be closed because they kept having me, you know, run down this wire, run down that wire, make sure this wire's here and there and another place, all this yik yak. And I was like, look, you know, I've done tried this and that and the other before I even called you, because I knew I was just going to basically get the runaround after I called you. So now I'm telling you, my whole site's down. Both of my computers locked up. I can't ring up nothing. Can't take cash, can't take card. So now I need you to go on your computer on your end and tell me why it's saying that my site network is down. Because that's all it's saying on my end. The site network is down. So yeah, then we'll have that with the trees on that, and we can write on that. So he's like, okay, well, let me get my supervisor. I was like, please do that. Please do that. So he gets his supervisor after he's tried, you know, to manually on his end basically unplug it and restart it 3 times, which is, I had already done that twice, well, 4 times actually, before I called them. I was like, yeah, that's not working. I got to call them. Because, you know, most of the time after they troubleshoot making sure all the wires are plugged up, you know, the common sense mess, which, you know, I would have done anyways before I called you. So that's basically all he did was, you know, the common sense, make sure all the wires are plugged up from this end to that end. Make sure it's plugged into, you know, the electrical socket. Crazy mess, you know what I'm saying? So we did all of that. So then he says, well, let's restart it. I was like, okay. So he decided that, you know, he was going to restart it. And I was like, okay, no problem. So sat there, you know, didn't work, didn't come back. Then he tells me to unplug my card reader and plug it back up. Done that, didn't work. Okay. Then he tells me to go to the pin pad, punch in, reboot it manually from the pin pad. Okay. We've done that twice on the phone with you. Did you forget that we did that already? So, you know, I mean, it was just pretty much basically 3.5 hours on the phone waiting to be talked to, and then an hour and 10 minutes on the phone being talked to. Still, card reader doesn't work. Still can't take cards, inside or outside. I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. So, I was like, okay, thanks for, you know, actually having my store closed down for a whole hour, which at the point when I called and got a hold of them, I could take cash payment. But, you know, oh, that's going to be pretty on that. Let's do that. But when they got a hold of it, it was, you know, unplug this, unplug that, look at this, make sure this is on, make sure that's on. I think that's going to be pretty on there. So we're going to put that on there. Or just put that. I like that. Let's do that. So that's what I did. And still don't have a card reader. So I don't know. The only reason I like it is because the lines are diagonal on both of it. So I think that's going to be fun. And these here are quite handy little Christmas labels. And I got them at Allure Books Craft on Etsy. Just what I did was I punched in pink Christmas labels, and it was on a list, and that's how I found them. And I'm just not going to do this real heavy. I'm just knocking the white edge off of it, because normally at Christmas time I have out my pink, my red, and my green, and I do that stuff with it. But I think all this here is looking really pretty with the vintage photo in the pink. It's not looking super duper blendy, and it's making the stuff that's making the fussy cuts stand out from the background. It actually helped this stand out a whole lot better from the background. And I don't know why. I just put everything to the right side. I guess it's because I'm right-handed. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's cute. I loved how the little lines are on the little labely bit with the lines there, because if you can tell, the little skinny line is teal. I think these are going to be cute. So then, when it gets a little more closer to Christmas, we'll start pulling the bits and pieces together with their kits. This I'm going to leave like that on the back because you can write on that. And we're doing this, I thought it would be pretty with the so-called ugly sweater as a journal card, and put the Christmas tag on it. And then we'll make a skinny tag out of this here. That's my thinking anyways. And I have noticed these papers are not exactly 6 inches. But that's quite all right. Okay, so now let's put you on there so you got a little bit of elbow room on it. We don't want to squish you up. But now I do need a little sizable of a tag. So that's going to be right at the edge. Let's do this here. Let's make you 4 by 6 inches. Okay, buddy? Alrighty. I'm glad you agreed. 4 by 6. And I got this little bitty strip tag here. That'd be cute as a button. We'll make that into something. Just leave it like that with the little snowflakes and stuff. You know what I'm saying. And let's just go on ahead and do that to it. Just make it just, you know, a little bitty tag. I like the round the corners because they go in and out of pockets good. And I think I messed that corner up. I got it plumb crooked. Sure did. So now this can be used, you know, as the pink side, the green teal side, or the pink side. Either one. Whichever you feel that way. And you can write on both sides if you really want to. So that is fun and dandy. It's double journaling. So we're just going to leave that as it is. That's cute. Okay. So yeah, so you know, after all of that rigmarole, trying to figure out what was going on, chasing down all the wires, which, you know, like I wasn't going to know to do that to start with, to make sure that it hadn't accidentally someone crawled plumb up underneath the counter, in which you have to crawl underneath the counter like 4 foot and get behind there to unplug this stuff. You know, and trace the wires down to make sure, you know, that they hadn't been unattached or unplugged. I was just like, you're just sending me on a goose chase, which I knew you were going to do that anyway. So I just played along with him. And I was like, look, I done told you I did all that already before I called you, you know, while I was on hold for the 3.5 hours. And I was like, well, maybe she decided she wanted to clean underneath the counter today and accidentally unplug something. No, that didn't happen. So, yeah. I'm going to take and do right here on that white spot like that. So that was my whole evening. I mean, like, truly, really, that was my whole evening. This evening was fooling with that credit card thing. Look, I'm going to put this one on the left-hand side. Right there. Sure am. And it's going to be a big journal card. And then, you know, I hung a sign up on the door after, you know, all of this and that. Which I had to sign up, say cash only, because I was running cash only. And then both register screens locked up, so I had to do a hard reset. While I was waiting on them to answer me, while I was in line waiting. And, you know, they never did say nothing about there was an outage or anything like that in the area. Which, you know, it's something, it had to be something like that for it to go down to where it froze up the register. So we have 2 registers. The one is the main one, and I was working on it. It froze up and wouldn't let me do nothing. So I said, okay then, buddy. So I switched to the other side, started working on it, and it froze up. And I was like, well, I guess I will have to restart the whole thing now when I can't do nothing. So that's what I did. And then while I was standing there waiting to do that, it just, everybody was, you know, people would come in after I hung the sign up and unlock the door, because I had to lock it down, close the door and lock it up, because, you know, people just constantly keep coming in, and you can't, you know, turn it off, start it back up, turn it off, start it back up while you're in the middle of ringing stuff. I think I'm going to make this a big journal card as well. I'm going to do it at 4 inches as well. And then we'll have this here. We got pink and green. We'll make that a little skinny tag too. And I think I got 2 more pieces. And I think that'll be it for today's video. This turned out to be quite pretty. Like I said, I got a few pink journals that I've already got like pages and everything picked out for. I had them picked out and stuff last year. I just never got around to getting to work on my pink ephemera, basically, was what the problem was. Honestly, I just didn't get to get the pink ephemera done for them. And then I've got a couple more that I've got in the waiting wings to be done. So all of these pieces will go and blend in with the pink and teals and the greens. It'll be really pretty. Why do I keep cutting that one corner crooked? I don't know either. So I like that. Now, whoopsie. So now when we go to put this in there, what I'm thinking is we can put us a thin piece of lace down it or something, because you can't really write on this green side. And then if we get us, I got some of those music notes that would be really pretty on that. Let me see, where'd they go? I gotta dig them out. Here we are. And this music cut aparts came from Ginger Journals as well. If you can't tell, I love that. I love that lady's site. She's got pretty stuff on there. All of that is going the wrong ways. So let's regroup and look over here, because I know I've got like the ticket things. I just got to get to them. There they are in this piece right there. I got the ticket pieces for it. Oops. And I'm just rubbing that all in my ink. Oh yeah, see? So we can take and do something like that right there. I would probably just put 2 of them on it. Yep, let's do that. Okie doke. I'm looking for scissors, and I done got them hid underneath the paper here. Okay. Put those bits back up. We'll ink this, get it on that. I'm going to ink here in the middle, just to cover that white up. Yep, and we'll put that down right there. Cute. And that'll be the front, and it's pink on the back, so you can write on the back of it. If I can hang on to the tickety piece here, I'll put it on there. And I was like, well, you know, it's Sunday evening. So it was a good thing it happened while I was there, to be honest, because the new lady was there by herself. Could do it. Amit would be freaking out. My boss, he would be freaking out. Because he kept telling me that. He's like, I'm so glad you there. I'm glad it happened with you. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm really not. You know, because I had other things I needed to do this evening. You know, I needed to go around and do like our grocery truck order because it's due Tuesday. But I can do that tomorrow night. No big deal. Okay, so there's that little tag. And then you can write all over the back of it. And then we'll put us a topper bit on it. Cute, cute, cute. Now, I need to hunt us a label for this one. Oopsie, I ran off and got my finger. Hopefully I don't glue my finger to it. I think I'm going to put this kind of down here because I want to put a piece of lace on the bottom of it to hang down from it. And I'm going to put my label up here. And the reason why I don't put toppers or lace bits on them as I build them on the Mary Makes Mondays is because when I store them in the pouches. And, you know, I store them in like a zipper pouch or something. I store them in pouches like this, and it's easier to store the non-bulky stuff because once you start putting tops and lace and stuff on it, you know, the bulk adds to it, and it's easier to store this way up until you get ready to actually use them, put them in journals and stuff like that. Let's put that on there. I think that's pretty. So that's why I'm not dressing them up, you know, with the toppers and all of that stuff. But like I say, I want to put a strip of lace down here. I may add a little bit of lace to the corner up here. Just the thin lace, not bulky lace, so you can still write on it. But it's going to dress it up, you know. It'll pretty it up. And I'm going to put that catty corner just because I want to. Takes up a little more room. Yep. Even though that's red, but see, it's pink on the back. And where this is thicker cardstock, that being 65-pound cardstock's not going to hinder you writing on it. That's why I flip it over when I fix it to make sure that when you write on it, it's not going to hinder you up. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece here too while I'm at it. I just think the pink and greens are going to be really pretty together. Because the one journal has, you know, the frou-frou pinks and greens on it. I'm going to do that 4x6 journal card. Then we have this piece. We need to put a backer on that, but we'll fix it in a little bit. And now this piece here has like a wood grain on the back of it, so we don't really need to do anything to it. And let's put Miss Missy on here and see what we need to do for her. There's 3 inches. 3.5. Yeah, she'll go at 3.5. Okay. And then there's just a good little piece of tag. So we can do that. Okie doke. And I don't have to back those. Let me see. I'm going to use these other 2 pieces here. I'm going to put them, let's turn them right side up. We can put them on that tag. Because I don't have any small, skinny, fussy cuts at the moment. So then we can do that. This and this. And I need a backer piece for you. And we'll fix you up. Doop, doop, doop. Oh, come here. just going to run it plumb to the edge right there. I'm fine with that. Being a good backer piece. Okay. Oops, I'm driving the glue crooked all over the place. All over the place. Okie dokie. So we're going to put this down here like so. And I want to thank everybody on Miss Maggie's behalf of, you know, the interest and the support for her. I don't know, Miss Maggie, if you read any of the other comments, like I was telling Miss Catherine, or Catherine and Kathleen, both of you all. I don't know if she reads anyone else's comments but hers or responses, but several people said that they would be very interested and very supportive in Miss Maggie's channel. So I hope, Miss Maggie, you I hope that is very encouraging for you, that, you know, like I said, we are a supportive community here. You know, we encourage each other. You know, I know, like I said, some days I come on, I'm not in the best of moods. I'm tired. You know, I'm grumpy sometimes. I fuss at my dog a lot. And that one video this week, I had just had it with him. I was just like, look, if you don't hush, I am done with you, dog. So I'm going to put that on there. And I think that's pretty, the way that is on the front. I like that. So, and we're just going to dress this piece here up. But yeah, that one video this week, I'm just so over this dog barking. Good Lord. But, you know, everyone is very, very encouraging. And so I'm going to do this here today. And I do think I am going to finish up that the 4 signature journal. That's where I'm at. I still got a signature and a half, or maybe 2, I don't know, to get done and decorated in it. And I just thought everybody was just, you know, was maybe possibly getting tired of looking at it, because honestly, I didn't have, you know, a whole lot of response or views on a few videos. And I don't know if it's where everybody's trying to keep up with everyone else's 100-day projects, or what it is. Or if they were tired of watching me work on the same mess. So, but that's fine, you know. And sometimes I do let stuff like that get to me. I'm like, oh, they don't like that, so let me try something else. But then, you know, I got to stop and think, you know, this is my crafting channel. This is my crafting. This is my projects, what I'm working on, what I need and want to get done, you know, for me, or for my gifts, or what have you. So I need to finish that and continue working on that. And like I said, if I was off today, I was going to finish it today off camera and just do film a flip through of it for the next week. But I wasn't off today. I'm not going to be off till Wednesday. So I guess Tuesday and Wednesday videos will be finishing that. And then I'm going to go back to making ephemera. And then hopefully Wednesday evening, when I'm off, I'll be able to get some of my fussy cuts and my other part of my daisy journal printed. We'll get those fussy cuts done. Oh, that's going to be a cute tag. Yep. So then I can work on that the next week. And that's kind of how things go here, you know. It kind of depends on my work schedule as to what I can and can't do. You know, when I can and can't start a new journal, because, you know, if I have ephemera pieces and stuff, that's kind of why I've been making random ephemeras, because I do have leftover pieces and stuff that I wanted to play with and make. And I do need to make up just everyday ephemera pieces. That's why I was kind kind of working on that a little bit this week. Trying to get the everyday ephemera caught up. Because normally I'll sit down, I'll start working on a project, and it's to make a journal with. Everything I work on goes in that journal for that week or 2 weeks, you know. And then I started, for some reason this year, I started off, you know, like we're doing 3 journals of this right here. And I'm like, I'm getting bored with it. I don't want to finish it, you know. So I think I'm just going to go back to doing the 1 journal at a time instead of doing, you know, trying to do 3 or 4 journals. Because it is a lot. And it is, you know, after a while, you're working on the same thing. You're just like, no, I'm tired of looking at it. And that's what I said, you know, in that one video. I was like, I'm tired of looking at it. I know y'all got to be tired of looking at it. So, but yeah. But you all have been very super duper supportive no matter what, you know, especially if I've been sick or what have you. And I greatly, greatly appreciate the prayers, the well wishes, and all of that throughout, you know, my sickness season this year, because I was sick for a while. And it was actually really getting scared that there was something else wrong besides, you know, the flu and the cold and all of that. I was just getting super duper worried because I was like, I just couldn't get rid of it. Several of you ladies checked on me and asked me if I was okay, and, you know, if I needed anything or what have you. I'm going to put Mary on that. I like that. Let's do that. Just right over top of her little booty. That's cute. So, Miss Maggie, honey bunny, you get yourself together. We here when you're ready, and we will support you in any way, shape, form, fashion that we can, honey. Just let us know, you know, because I subscribe to her channel, and she has, you know, like her personal watching channel. She changed the name of it. I think it's Journaling with Maggie. So, and if that's the channel name that you're going to go with, please let us know, Miss Ma'am. And we will be there with bells on to support you all we can. And for those of you all that were talking and showing concern or asking interest, not concern, interest, Miss Betty Ann Flood is on Instagram. She posts beautiful, beautiful stuff on there all the time. I mean, it's Betty-Ann Flood on Instagram. Just beautiful mixed media, beautiful crafty stuff. I mean, just all the time. Miss Betty's on there a lot posting her crafty works, and I keep trying my best to talk her into doing a channel because she does just beautiful, beautiful crafty work of all sorts. Betty paints. She does, you know, journals and stuff like that. She does folios and stuff. Like I said, you know, she does beautiful stuff with mixed media. And she does a lot of beautiful crafty work on her Instagram. So if you're interested in, you know, like to look at pretty crafty items, check Miss Betty Ann Flood out on Instagram. Miss Betty, I'm sending them to you, honey. I'm trying to send them to you. Now, she says, you know, she kind of don't want to do a YouTube channel, I guess, at the moment. So, but now she is regularly posting daily on Instagram with her artwork. Just beautiful stuff. I get on there, I'm like, ooh, how'd she do that? You know. But I don't do a lot of the painting and stuff like that. I don't do a whole lot of mixed media type stuff, you know, like the inks or the stamping and stuff like that. I guess that's about as mixed media as I get, you know. But yeah, Miss Betty does a lot of beautiful stuff. So I have quite a bit of interest in your channel there, Miss Magaloo. Okie doke. So I think that's going to be it for here today. Let me put these things up right quick in a separate little pouch by themselves, because they're kind of getting, you know, as I cut them apart, you know, the single pieces are kind of getting lost down in that other baggie. So we're just going to put them in a little bag to theirself. These little green and pink pieces come out plumb pretty, y'all. I have surprised myself. And I don't even know how long I've been on here today. Let me look and see. Ow, my neck popped. All right, been on here 56 minutes, so let's do a quick recap show and tell. And I'm going to get out of y'all's hair. I'll be back tomorrow doing the same old thing. No. Alrighty, so here we did this one. I'm going to bring it up so you can see the detail. And that's pretty. And then that's the back. Ooh, I need to back that. Look, there we go. Hush up, backed already. Let's just do that real quick like. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Not even going to cut the corners or nothing. Come on, glue. I got to fill my glue bottle up. I do want to work on some book page pockets and stuff, like stacked book page pockets and things like that. I'd like to get some more of those done, because I got a bunch of glue pages that I've got folded in half. I got to figure out something to do with them. Is that straight? It's straight-ish. There we go. It's straightened up. Okie doke. So now we got that back. It's good to go. Okay. So there's that one. There's this sweet little baby with the little pink dots in the background. That is plumb cute. And then it's on that wood green. So that one's good. And then we have this cutoff tag here with the little Christmas music on the wood green. And there's the other piece of that other one with the green snowflakes. And we backed it, so that's good. Then we have the pink present pile here with the Christmas on it, with the Christmas swirlies. And then the pink, so you can write on that. And there's the cutoff to that with the Christmas music. Then we got this, the supposed ugly sweater journal card. Am I showing it good, or is it just up too far in the face? And then we got the pink background. And there's the little cutoff from that. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Then we got this tag with the cookie, the sugar cookie on it. And if you can see, like I said, that little bitty skinny line right there, it's that teal color. So I think that's pretty. And we backed it and left the Christmas trees on the bottom. So you got a writing spot on the back of it. And then here is the cutoff from that. And we're just going to use that piece as a tag. Then we did this one with the pretty floral swag, way in the manger. And we backed that. And here's the other piece of that where we did the pretty reindeer. We just put, hey, it's a reindeer, like you couldn't tell what it was, you know. And we backed that one. And then here's the last two nutcrackers that I had from Miss Ginger Journals that I didn't use last year. Put it on just a scrapbook piece of paper that had the berries behind it. Holly berries, and this one's on the snowflake. And those turned out pretty. So yeah, that is a good little bunch of Christmas business there. And So what I do is I'll take, and I'll have, you know, a patch that says like bands and tucks, belly bands and tuck spots. I got tags, I got pockets, and then I have journal cards. And so as I make them, I just put them in those, these folders. And that's why I was saying, you know, as you make them throughout the year, you know, you can see just them and their cells is bulky. So, and if you start adding lace and stuff like that to the toppers, then it's going to turn out to be super duper bulky. I'm just separating out the journal cards and the tag bits here. And then when I get my journals, signatures and stuff together, I'll come and pull out what I think will match that journal and put it in a little sandwich baggie with the journal pages. I'll make me a journal cover, and I'll have it all in a pouch together, ready to go. So there we go. Got quite a bit of tags. I need to make some tuck spots and belly bands. Need to work on some pockets for a pink journal. So yeah, that's our Christmas stash that we've made up since the first of the year so far. Looking good, looking good. Now hopefully by the time Christmas comes around, these will be full. And hopefully I'll have to get like actually one of these big 12 by 12 storage boxes for each section. That's what I'd like to have. So I'm trying to get my myself situated and get my stash built up. Now these here are tags where we took our real pretty Christmas ribbon and we just backed them on cardstock. And these are the fabric ribbons. So I do have some more of fabric Christmas ribbon that I want to do that with and make up those. Might do that next week's video. And because I want to fill this up with those too. So those are really fun. Take your Christmas ribbon, take you some thick cardstock and back it and make all kinds of tags, pockets. And it's just beautiful. Alrighty, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming along and watching today. I'm going to get off of here and relax a little bit because I think it's before 12 tonight. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.